Tell us when we're live.
You get. Oop.
Alright. How's the picture looking?
What?
How's it look?
Oh, it's moving. You're not frozen.
Are we centered?
Yeah.
Are we centered?
Oh, we are. Look at that. Of course, the light is right in the back of the TV.
Okay.
I think it's your light.
I'm sorry?
The light's right in the back of the TV. I don't think there's anything to do with
No,
that.
it's not your light.
Is it mine?
Yeah, it's your light.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no reflection now.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's your light.
We need the umbrella. Not this time. We'll do it next time.
Okay.
Just to get a little more light on here. Okay, we're still trying to figure out these lights.
Sorry, we're getting
Sorry,
there.
we're getting there. We'll figure this out. Yeah, that was the light.
One would think that we'd be able to get it down by now,
You
right?
would think so. It's stupid lighting. Oh, we'll get it there eventually. I promise you. I wonder if this one will go up any higher. If it will.
I don't like those lights.
It's like barely showing now.
I would say that's why I probably took it almost out of the scene. Okay, we're gonna let everybody jump on here. Hello, everybody. Thank you for chiming in. Let some more people hop on with us. Hope everybody's doing well.
Yes, I hope you're doing well on this rainy day. At least it's rainy here.
Rain every day here. Doesn't stop anymore. So
Okay, let me get my computer
Okay.
screen up.
Avengers Assemble. You go, Michelle Perkins.
Okay. Alright.
Hello, Jennifer. She wanted us to say hello to her.
Hi.
Hi, Teresa. Hello, Denise. A lot of times we don't say anything once we start going because it's hard for us to read the screens and talk to you guys, so we do apologize, but we do appreciate every one of you that watches. So don't
We do, and last week somebody called me out on looking at my computer screen too much because I was having technical difficulties, so I'm going to try not to do that. But towards the end of the show, we will...
Who would do that to you? Jack.
Who would throw me out
Jack.
like that, right?
Bad dog.
Yeah, my dog.
Bad dog.
No, seriously though, like by towards the end of the show, I'm gonna take a gander at my screen to see
A gander.
if there's questions. So.
Okay, so are we ready to? What do we got? We got 75 already.
Yay! Hi! Thank you for joining us.
We ready?
We are about as ready as we're gonna be.
That's right, because if you've been watching, you know anything can happen. Hello and welcome to TMSM Weekly Live. This is show number 6 for May 21st, 2018. I'm your host, Scott Atwood.
And I am Michelle Atwood.
Well, it's been a wet time here. I don't know how else to say it. We're on day 11 of rain in the area.
Yes, it has not stopped raining. I mean, it stopped like briefly, but then it hasn't been good enough to where you can make plans.
No.
And we haven't been to the parks at all.
No, Michelle's parents, as you know, if you watched last week, were in town last week, and they were here till Friday. And honestly, from the show last week till Friday, I don't think we did much because
it rained.
Couldn't go anywhere. I mean, and it's not just a rain. We're getting puddles in our yard where ducks are actually swimming in our yard.
Yeah, we had a duck two ducks in front of the house the other day.
And a turkey.
And we had a turkey in front of the house. I mean, that's something you don't see in Michigan. I mean, like not a turkey vulture, not anything else. It was a turkey.
I know. I'm gonna keep him around for Thanksgiving.
By the time I grabbed my phone, he already walked away.
How'd he do it?
He walked. Because he did. He walked like a chicken. Oh my God. This is just... It's going to be a show, you guys. We're so tired.
We are. We're so tired. We're getting ready for MegaCon, so it's been a busy week doing that. The boys last week of school.
Thank God.
Just
Thank
a
God.
lot of stuff trying to come together. But as we were talking about rain...
we thought it would be a good place to start tonight. Let's talk about rain at Disney. Because we've had a lot of our viewers send us messages as far as, you know... And I get it, because I feel the same. Because with my parents here, I felt the same. The disappointment of, you know, we're in Florida, there's supposed to be so much to do.
The Sunshine State.
The Sunshine State, and we haven't seen the sun for like 11 days. So we thought it might be somewhat beneficial to talk about what you can do at Disney when the weather is crappy and it's rainy.
Yeah, because Disney is there's so much to do that there are things to do even if it's raining. And it may not be ideal, and I know everybody thinks, I'm going to go to Disney, I'm going to be in the sun all day, and I'm going to get to see the parade, and I'm going to get to ride all the rides, and I'm going to get to do this. And unfortunately, sometimes Mother Nature doesn't agree with that.
No.
So we put together some of our suggestions, I guess you could say, of things you can do when you're at Disney and you do get rain. Now, keep in mind, most of the time in Florida, we don't have all-day rainouts.
No,
I mean,
most of the time, no.
Most of the time, no. They predict rain almost every day for probably a three and a half month period.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we don't even get it. But it's just, it's possible because of where we're located, between the ocean and the Gulf. You never know what's going to hit. So when it does rain, we put together some ideas of what you can and can't do. So I'll let you start us off with what you think.
Okay. All right. So some of the things that I wrote down, which may be helpful, indoor attractions like shows or indoor rides like Space Mountain. I even thought about Flight of Passage, or something that is a lot of the queue lines for rides are interactive queues. And there's actually a lot to see and do while you're standing in line. And what better time to check out those queues and such than when it's pouring down rain and you don't want to be outside anyway. So why not be inside actually like checking things out?
Yeah, you're still in the park. You're experiencing something you may not see normally because usually you're in a fast pass or whatever. You just want to get your line, get on the line, and go. But with the rain, a lot of rides aren't even running. You'll see like Big Thunder Mountain, Seven Dwarfs, Splash Mountain. Even those rides, when it starts raining and there's lightning, they're shut down. So during the rain is a great time to check out those attractions that you may not normally wait for or that you may have never gone to. Carousel Progress, Tiki Room. Some of those rides that some people they don't do them because they don't want to waste time doing something that's not a ride or whatever. So.
Right. So it's a really good opportunity to see things that you might not normally go on. And fun fact too is that when you, it's fun. Stick around when it rains because when the skies do clear up, that's your time to seize the moment and get in line for a ride that might not have a long wait, like Seven Dwarfs. Yeah,
if you start to see the rain starting to slow up a little bit, go stand kind of near, go get an ice cream by the Storybook Treats and wait for Seven Dwarfs to see if it reopens, because if it does, it could be the best time for you to hop in line and maybe 15-20 minute wait because everybody evacuated with the rain and now they're trying to get back and there's no line. So you might be able to jump in. You might get lucky. You never know.
Take your moment.
Yeah, exactly.
And wait it out. Also, another thing, character dining or dinner shows. You can take your time at dinner or lunch or breakfast in case it's raining all day like it has been here, to go see a show at dinner. Go to a character dinner that takes a little bit longer. Walk-ups you can do anytime, but I think taking the time for a sit-down is great, when it rains.
Right, and the sit-downs, there is usually some type of entertainment factor that goes with most of the sit-downs. And one of the questions I did see here, and I know we're not supposed to take questions yet, but I did see somebody asked, what happens if I have a fast pass and it's raining and the ride's closed? More than likely, whoever scheduled the fast passes will get an email letting you know that attraction is down, and they will give you a list of other attractions you can go on with that fast pass that now is good till the end of the day. So even if you had a Seven Dwarfs Mine Train fast pass and it's shut down 4 o'clock when you're supposed to get on it, and now you're bummed you're not going to be able to ride it, when the rain stops, even if it's 7 o'clock, your fast pass is still good for that day.
Yeah, you always almost get like an IOU.
Yep.
Like, they're not going to just leave you hanging if your fast passes are canceled.
No, and it's all done in the system. There's nothing you have to do. So you'll have one fast pass. You can either wait and try to use it for Seven Dwarfs later, or you could use it for one of the other rides that's on the list. And I think at Magic Kingdom, almost every ride is on the list, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure when it comes to like rides that sometimes there's exceptions to things like that. Right. Like even when we've gotten like IOUs, it says good for any ride but. Like at Magic Kingdom, Seven Dwarfs.
Seven Dwarfs, yeah. If you missed out on Haunted Mansion was down, you won't get Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah, you can't just go over to Seven Dwarfs. Or same thing with Pandora. Like if you missed your Everest, on the fine print is like no Flight of Passage, no Navi River Journey.
Yeah, none of the rides that already pack a huge line, they're not going to give you a pass to go to the front of that one. So just keep that in mind. What were some of the other things?
Monorail Loop.
The Monorail Loop is a great thing to do, actually. Just go around and see the 3 hotels, check them out. You can eat at one of those hotels. Even the walk-ups in those are pretty good. I know we like Contempo Cafe.
Contempo Cafe is really good. If you haven't tried that. They have... they make their own potato chips that I really like. Yes. They have this really good turkey sandwich that has like a cranberry mayonnaise on it.
Yeah, it's really good.
What else?
And then Captain Cook's over at Polly's, another one.
I like that one too. They got a good chicken sandwich.
They have a pulled pork nachos, which has the chips and the tortillas in their mix. So it's really good too. So as you can tell, I like to eat.
Yeah, and can you tell I can only eat like chicken and turkey because that's all I ever talk about.
That's all she ever eats.
I do, but the chicken sandwich over there is really good. It's like a teriyaki chicken sandwich. and it has like a brioche bun with like pineapple. Oh, now I'm hungry. But yeah, it's good. It's really good.
It is good. So during the rain time is a good time for you to go and check out one of those other gems.
Sounds like we keep recommending food.
Well, food is the best thing. When it's
like
raining, food will make you smile. I know it does for me, so I'll go with it from there.
It makes you smile when it's not raining too, so.
That's true.
He's like equal opportunity. Like
when I wake
foodie.
up in the morning, food makes me smile. Go to bed at night, think about food the next. Yeah, she's pretty much all the time. Another thing that we always suggest is Disney Springs. Now, like I said, the rain is not going to last nonstop, but there is chances where you're going to have a couple hours of a downpour or rain. But the stores at Disney Springs are pretty close enough that
you kind of run from store to store.
Plus, there's so many venues down there of entertainment, not just shopping and eating. So, like, you want to go ahead and tell them what you...
Well, I said the movies, to go see a movie, because that'll kill like 2 hours of your time.
And there is the dine-in theater. Let's go back to food. So you can actually eat food and watch the movie at the one side of AMC.
See, it goes back to food again. See?
Food is great.
You can go to the movies and eat.
But Disney's always has a blockbuster movie that's hitting at any time you're here. So, I mean, there's always a new movie coming out that you may or may not have seen. But
and speaking of food, don't forget. The AMC.
She brought food up, not.
I'm trying to diet for these conventions and I'm hungry. So just go with it for a minute. We're starving.
Doesn't it look like I am? Look at me.
I need some carbs. Okay, sorry. Anyway, oh my god. We're gonna watch this back later and be like,
we need chips.
Oh my gosh.
Send bread.
I lost my train of thought. Oh, I know what it was. Okay, food. AMC Theater in Disney Springs. You can eat dinner there. It's a dinner theater. I mean, you don't have to eat dinner there, but they have special for like an upcharge. You can go to the theater that serves.
They have a full menu. They have salads, flatbreads, I think.
Yeah, you can have like burgers. You can have like real dinner while you're eating.
If I'm not mistaken, they also have alcohol.
They do.
So you pay a little bit more for those movies. But you do have all that added on to eat and things like that, and it's not included in the ticket price of the food.
No,
it's just like going to a restaurant, but your restaurant and movie all at one time, and it'll be a way to kill that rain. Hopefully the rain's gone by the time it's all finished. Another place, Disney Springs, yeah, you said
Splitsville.
If you like to bowl,
and they have food there.
Are you catching on to the trend here? Everything's really.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, no, but Splitsville, it's a great place to kill some time, all indoors. They do have their restaurant. They have their bars and places they want to get a drink. It's another fun place where the adults and the kids can have fun while they're there.
And eat.
And then we got the new Star Wars attraction that's on the other side of the park, which is a virtual Star Wars. I don't even know how to explain it, to be honest with you. It's called Star Wars Secrets of the Empire. Is that what? Yeah, Secrets of the Empire. It's a virtual attraction, I guess you could say. We have not done it yet.
Do they have snacks there?
I don't know if they have snacks. I don't think they have snacks. It's in the old back end of Once Upon a Toy store, so it's back there. So give that a shot. Everybody I know who's gone to it loves it, and they said it's been great, so that might be a place. But I know Earl of Sandwich is right across the way from it, so there you go.
And they have good food there.
And brownies.
And, oh God, their brownies are so good. They're so good.
All we're going to do is talk about food forever, I think. Lorraine said no snacks, and it's awesome.
Oh, okay, no snacks. All right, we're hungry. Sorry. All right, let's see what else.
Wasn't there someplace else down there?
Is there something else?
Well, they're building the new Star Wars attraction next to where it used to be Disney Quest, and that'll be built eventually.
Wait, what?
Where Disney Quest was?
Oh yeah.
They're building the Star Wars attraction there, so that'll be something else that's coming for Disney Springs to another entertainment thing, and then eventually Cirque du Soleil is going to reopen with a new show.
Of sorts.
So that'll be another entertainment venue. So there's plenty to do, and House of Blues always has concerts and things going on. So check your.
Yeah, there's a lot to do at
online,
Disney Springs.
Check the app. There's plenty to do down there. Plenty of things to entertain yourself while rain is trying to ruin your vacation. Don't let it ruin.
Don't be that guy.
Don't get into the rain.
Don't be that guy and let it ruin your vacation.
Worst case scenario, you buy a poncho and you just.
I was just gonna say that when all else fails, put on your poncho, put on some shoes that aren't gonna get completely ruined, and just go have fun.
And the shoe thing happened to her years ago. We were at Mickey's.
You told that story.
Did I tell?
I think you told a story about the shoes.
Backyard bar. I don't know if I told that here. We went to Mickey's Backyard Barbecue and it was pouring down rain, and she had her new Coach flip flops, and we're running through puddles that are hitting our ankles. And by the time she got there, her shoes, all the coach stuff, you didn't even know they were coach anymore. They could have been.
I think it's the last time I bought a pair of expensive shoes because I was so disheartened.
Yeah.
But the water at the campgrounds, you know, when it rains, it floods. And stupid me, I was like, oh, we're going to, you know, fun character dinner. I have to look cute for dinner.
And it was raining the whole time we drove there, so she knew it was raining when we left our resort.
So just big mistake. Huge mistake.
Live and learn. But it made for a very interesting night. We had a lot of fun, and
it was a good story.
We were aggravated when we got there, but it ended up being a great night. We had a lot of fun. The kids had a lot of fun. The characters there were great.
And they had a bunch of towels back there. Like by the time we got to the picnic area back there, they had stacks and stacks of towels because all the picnic tables were wet. There was water in like the dining area, and then when they had like the dance floor, in order to not get soaked, you had to be like right in the middle of the place.
That's right. NBA Experience is going where Disney Quest was. Is that correct?
I think so.
Did I say that wrong? I'm sorry.
Oh
I remember there was talk of a Star Wars thing at one time. It tells you how tired. That's all I can say.
And hungry.
So I do. So Josh and Melissa, thank you for correcting us. I think you're both correct on that one. So I was wrong. I admit it.
Check your facts before you talk on live video.
Tired. So tired.
Okay.
It's so much Star Wars stuff going on right now, Solo and everything.
That's true. People wanted to know. I did see. I'm trying not to stare at my computer, but I did see about Star Wars Land, when Galaxy's Edge is going to open, and it's not till 2019 sometimes.
Correct. We don't know when. They just know. We know it's opening in Disneyland first, and then it'll be in Walt Disney World after that.
Right. So we do not have a date for that.
Not yet, but we're waiting anxiously to hear something. But you are going someplace next week again.
This week.
This week. Oh, that's right. It's Wednesday. You're going.
Yes. Wednesday?
Yes.
Wednesday. Okay, so
Wednesday. 23rd.
Day after tomorrow. It's going to be a crazy busy week here. So Wednesday, I have a media invitation to go see Toy Story Land again. And I've seen it twice already, like I had said last week. But this one is like, it's a few hours of what would you call it?
Just more enhanced experience to show them more of what it is. I know you guys are getting a food taste, which I'm assuming is food that will be part of Toy Story Land.
Yeah, there's like food, and we get a better look at the construction site back there. Now you have to keep in mind, Toy Story Land itself is going to be open in just over a month. So they have a lot to do back there still from the last time. I mean, I saw it almost 4 weeks ago, and it still had a long way to go. So I'm really curious to see what it's going to look like on Wednesday. Now, they don't let me take pictures of the actual construction site, but I should get pictures from Disney that they let me use.
And any video possibly of maybe the roller
yeah, or
coaster.
maybe they'll let me take pictures of the food. But they've been really secretive as far as letting like spoilers get out to the media. The only thing that they let us put out is what they give us to put out.
Exactly. They did send out a video a couple weeks back of a Slinky Dog coaster moving, but it really was brief and didn't really show a lot. So I don't know.
Somebody asked where Toy Story Land is going to be located. It's going to be right behind in the same area Toy Story Mania is, down that same like Pixar Place corridor right there. It's going to be right there. Actually, as you walk towards Toy Story Mania, the opening is going to be right to your right before you even get there.
Right, it used to be where you go see Jack Sparrow in the virtual.
Oh yeah.
Was in that
and then there
area.
was like the One Man's Dream now, which is now Walt Disney Presents.
Right, so if you go past Walt Disney Presents, there's a little cut back there. That'll be the entrance into Toy Story Land, and you can see the progress is coming on. Michelle did post some pictures there a couple weeks ago. Looking over the wall, you can see Sheriff Woody.
It's on our YouTube channel.
It's on the YouTube channel. So go take a look at that. Give you an idea of what's coming. And once it does open, we will have more video footage. There's another big media preview the end of June.
Yes, they're having like a big media blitz weekend. That like all the media is going to be there. I've been lucky to be able to go to with the small groups. There's like a small handful of us that they call Disney influencers, and I'm super excited to be one of those people. But I have been able to go see some things that nobody else has gotten to see yet, which is super cool, and I'm super grateful that I get to do that. But the one at the end of June, like all the media comes in, like the international media, news stations
Radio
and TV shows and all this stuff. So
there.
that will be at the end of June. But I get to go on Wednesday, so you really want to check back with me Wednesday or Thursday.
I would say probably Wednesday evening. You might.
I'm going to try to come home Wednesday and put something together for you guys, or watch our social media, because anything I can put on Instagram, Facebook, I definitely will do that.
Yeah, she usually won't schedule anything during the time when she's at something like that. That way, if she is able to share anything with you guys, she will put it out.
As long as I like to talk to my contacts at Disney, though, to make sure I'm allowed to say certain things, because I don't want them to get mad at me and then I get booted off that list, because I would cry for days. So we don't want that.
No, not at all.
Cry for days.
That would be bad. And
Days.
Days.
I would. I worry about everything. So, all right. So, do we want to get into the hot button topic?
Yeah, let's go hot button. We need a hot button to push.
I know. So like Wendy Williams says, it's time for hot topics. So let's.
Oh, this is hot.
Let's hit it. Okay, alcohol of the Magic Kingdom.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, like that was a big fuss this past week. Oh my god. All right. So as we put out at the end of last week, Magic Kingdom, where you could only get alcohol previously, was Be Our Guest.
And before that, not at all.
And before that, not at all. Be Our Guest started serving wine and beer in 2012.
Yes.
And now you can get alcohol at most sit-down restaurants. Now, mind you, it's a 2-drink maximum. So it's not like people can sit and, knock them back all day. You can't. You can't do that.
And then all the restaurants, which are sit-down restaurants, it's really hard to get in there without a reservation. So if you go to Be Our Guest and you have your 2-drink maximum, it's not that easy just to pick up and go to Cinderella's Royal Table and get 2 more drinks. I mean, you really would have to reservation. So I know a lot of people's concern were people going to the park and just drinking and drinking and drinking. I don't think that would happen, but that's some people's concern, and I don't think you have to worry about that.
No, because in order to do that at Magic Kingdom, you would have to have multiple fancy, expensive dinners booked.
Yes.
Like breakfast, lunch, and dinner for you to be able to get alcohol all day long.
And I do have the list of the restaurants that will be serving. It's Be Our Guest, Cinderella's Royal Table, the Crystal Palace, Jungle Navigation Company, the Skipper Canteen, Plaza Restaurant, Liberty Tree Tavern, and Tony's Town Square Restaurant. That's what I had so far. So like we said, those are pretty much all those. You're going to need a reservation. I rarely see where you can just walk up and walk into any one of those restaurants. And
no, I mean, you know what? You can't go into Pecos Bill's and order a margarita. I mean, it's not, that's a really fun idea. But no, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's not how this works. It's not Epcot. No. It's not the studios. They don't have, like, freestanding bars. And I thought, like, if we wanted to do like good cop, bad cop here, like pros and cons.
I don't drink, so this really is a hard one. But I don't mind if people do. I don't have a problem.
Well, I don't. All right, I'm not even gonna comment there because nothing I say is gonna.
She likes an occasional glass of wine.
I do like occasional glass of wine, but I usually don't drink at Disney. And here's why. Not just the fact that I have my children with me, and because sometimes people know who I am when I'm out and about, and I don't want to embarrass myself. But a big reason for that is, do you know how expensive it is to get drunk at Disney? I mean, the drinks are not cheap. Now, mind you, I think it's a hindrance for people, It's to detour them from wanting to overdo it.
Well, that's it.
Because it's expensive.
It is. And when we looked at these, I think the cheapest beer I had happened to see was, I think, $7.50 at one of the places, and that was a beer. And then the cheapest wines are about $8 a glass. But you got to remember, wine is only 4 ounces, and it's going to be really hard.
And sometimes, okay, so I'm out of the 2 of us, I'm the one who will order drinks. Not all the time, so don't think bad of me. Okay, so like when you go, that is not even true. That is not even true.
I'm teasing.
When you go to get like a glass of wine, sometimes when they're more pricey, they don't even fill the glass up all the way. I mean, you order a glass of wine and they maybe fill it this much, and if they're going to pay like $12 for a glass of wine, it's like, okay, you could at least fill it up all the way, but they don't.
No,
they don't. I'm trying to think. What else? I'm trying to be really careful because I don't want to make myself sound bad. Because I know that there's a lot of people that were upset by this. I'm not upset by it. I think as long as it's done in moderation. Right. And he, on the other hand, like him and I don't agree on certain things when it comes to drinking at the parks. Right. See, I don't drink at the parks usually, so I don't really have a dog in the race because A, it's too expensive, and B, I just don't.
No, and I don't, like I said, I don't have a problem with anybody drinking. And the people, if you want to be concerned about people drinking, it's at Epcot where there is no limit, and they can go to every country, and pretty much every country has 2 or 3 areas where they can get something to drink, and there's nobody to stop them, and there's nothing to stop them from getting on the monorail and go back to the Magic Kingdom.
No, and I wanted to touch on that for a minute too. Again, I'm not saying I do these things. I'm playing devil's advocate because we had a lot of people that were upset. And okay, so when we moved here, let's drop our truth here again. Okay, so when we moved here, I had a very different outlook on what goes on at Disney, as far as being a vacationer or an annual pass holder, or a Disney local as we are now. I saw things way differently than I do now. And in the past 4 years, I've seen people get around the rules anyway. I mean, for example...
We're not giving these examples for you to try, so I want to...
I'm not telling you this is what you should do.
No,
I'm telling you that the 2-drink maximum is a good idea because it limits it. However, people get around the system, and I'm going to tell you what I mean. But don't do it. I'm just saying that's what they do. So you can...
You're just about to give everybody ideas if they haven't thought about how to get around it. Stay tuned. Grab that pen, the paper, record, whatever you're going to do.
Here comes the ideas.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, no. So this is what I've observed. Okay, so if you really want to get your drink on at the Magic Kingdom or have the effects of it, a lot of people, they go over to the bar at the Contemporary because there's that little right outside, like the Contempo Cafe. You can have drinks there. Trader Sam's at the Poly. You can go and have the big fancy drinks at Trader Sam's, and some of them are really big because they come in the souvenir glass. What?
Well, John just said one of your little...
Oh, yeah, John Law. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
It's coming. Wait.
It's coming.
On the list.
It's on my list. All right. Okay, so you can go to the different bars that are on the monorail loop and then just go back in the park. Or if you feel real adventurous, you can hop the monorail, go to Epcot, have your drinks, go to Rose and Crown or whatever, then hop it back over to the Magic Kingdom for fireworks. So somebody could be getting loaded over at Epcot and then go back to the family-friendly park. I'm not saying that's what you should do, but I'm saying that a lot of people do that. So it's very hard to enforce those rules.
It is, and I know a lot of people's concern was, I don't want somebody sloppy, drunk, falling around. I don't think anybody's going to go to Disney to do that, and if they do, I'm sure Disney security is going to be the first one to step in because they're not going to let somebody get out of hand. Disney's very good about watching the crowds and making sure nobody's in there. I mean, yes, accidents happen. Yes, people will say and do things that they probably shouldn't do. But I wouldn't worry about it possibly hindering or ruining any of your vacation because of what somebody else is doing. Because they're on vacation, they're having fun. Let them have their fun. You have your fun, and don't worry about what they're doing. Just try to go out and do what you want.
Yes, and people, they sneak their own alcohol in. Now, when you go through security, they check your stuff. Obviously, I'm gonna give you an example of what not to do.
The Epcot example.
Yeah. Okay. Let me tell it. Okay. So when we went to Epcot, I think it was like our first or second year of Food and Wine. Now, the Food and Wine Festival is a drunken hot mess over there in the evenings, and we don't go because it's a hot mess and it's crowded and people drink, and I just don't. I love the idea of Food and Wine, but as a local, it's just such a...
we usually go in the morning, get our photos, check out the food.
We go in the morning.
But then we are not there.
And it's so expensive to drink like that. Okay, so anyway, we were getting ready to go. We were going through security. And the guy, was he in front of us or behind us?
He was in front of us.
In front of us.
He was in front of us.
Guy's pushing his stroller through, and the security guard is looking through all his stuff, and the security guard pulls out a big bottle of Jose Cuervo tequila. Now, it was the glass bottle. It wasn't even in like a
plastic 20 ounce.
No, it was the glass bottle.
It was the actual Cuervo bottle.
It was a bottle of Cuervo, and the security guard looks at the guy and he's like, really? And it was in the stroller. I mean, it was in the stroller. So the guy, he said to the guy, you cannot bring this in here. You need to go take this back to your car. You need to whatever. So the guy says, all the way back to the car. He goes, what if I pull over to the side and drink it and then, come back in? And the guy's like, well, you do what you got to do.
You just can't come in with it.
You just can't come in with it. So the guy this is a horrible example though. The guy takes the stroller over, knocks back the tequila, and gets in the park. So, I mean,
in about a half an hour, I'm sure he's probably passed out.
That's bad, because especially it was early in the morning. He probably didn't even make it to Spaceship Earth before he was starting to feel the effects of that bottle of tequila
especially
that
the
he
hot
drank.
sun during Food and Wine.
And and then where was the baby? I mean, I don't remember seeing a baby in there. There was a booze bottle.
The stroller was just a decoy to bring the bottle in.
That's crazy. I mean, if you're gonna go through all that trouble just to bring tequila in, just to save some money, you don't do that. I mean, don't do that.
No, don't do that.
And I don't think it's a good idea to pull over and drink a whole bottle of straight liquor before you go into the park.
I think he's by himself. It's not even like he had, because I think everybody else he was with got in already.
Yeah, he was like the last in line. Like, you all go in front of me, and then I'll stay back with the booze. And it didn't pan out for him at all. Don't do that. Okay, so there's that guy. Don't be that guy. All right, and then
we need to bring that series back.
Do you guys remember the Don't Be That Guy series? It was like our most popular series. You know, there was Backpack Guy, which you are. Or
I want to do videos. I think it would be really cool to shoot like PSA videos of like us filming what not to do. So like in black and white and slow motion with the sound effects, like Backpack Guy knocks somebody over, and then show what you should do. I think that'd be funny if we could do it.
The only reason I stopped doing that series is because everybody gets so sensitive now, and they're like, well, are you making fun of people? No, I'm not making fun of people. It was all done in fun. Yes. And somewhere along the line, people kind of lost their sense of humor for things and take everything seriously, which I don't take seriously, because you have to laugh at things. You have to laugh at yourself. You gotta laugh at other people. You know, you just gotta laugh. I laugh at them all the time. But yeah, don't
Janelle,
take it.
You can attest to that.
You don't have to take it so seriously, right? Okay, so anyway, I lost my train again.
You were talking about drinking.
Oh, yeah, okay, tequila guy in the stroller.
Don't be
tequila guy at Epcot. Okay, and then there was John had said you put it in your own container. Now security checks for metal and stuff. I always get in trouble for my bracelets. It's gotten to the point that I even know now if I'm wearing my Alex and Ani bracelets to lift my hand up, because it always sets it off. Or I have a screw in my knee that sets it off sometimes, the metal detector. Okay, but anyway, so a lot of people bring their own thermoses, water bottles, Sprite bottles, whatever, and they fill their stuff up.
Or just a water bottle. Just
a water bottle, yeah. I mean,
20-ounce water bottle.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is if there's a will, there's a way. And people will always try to scam the system regardless.
Always.
So my whole point in all of this was, yes, you can have 2 drinks at your sit-down restaurant, but what some people might not realize is that people have been drinking in the Magic Kingdom all this time. So now it's just they're allowing it.
Yep, they're allowing you to do it at your meal.
Yeah, and I don't think that it's gonna get out of hand. I mean, I could be wrong, but I have friends that are cast members, and we spend a lot of time in the parks, and I don't see anything rowdy going on in Magic Kingdom.
No. I mean, you've seen a couple of things here and there, crowds getting too big, people pushing and stuff like that. Just normal things that can happen anywhere there's a crowd of people. But I've never seen anybody drunken rage at the parks. No. And the thing I was talking to Michelle earlier too is a lot of these people who come into town who are just here for that week or whatever, well, they paid their money for the park, and if they're paying per day, it could be $100 a day. And if they're not staying on property, they got to pay for parking, and then they're going to pay $150 to $200 for 4 people to sit down in one of these sit-down restaurants. They may have their 2 drinks, but I don't think they're going to push it to possibly ruin their day when they've spent hundreds of dollars to be at Disney.
I agree.
I would hope not. I would hope. I mean, I'm sure there's people who don't want to be there. Don't know why. But,
why wouldn't you?
Yeah, why wouldn't you want to be there? But just, I don't know. I don't think anybody's going to really push it. I mean, there will probably be eventually somebody who's going to drink a little bit too much.
Somebody's going to ruin it.
Chip on their shoulder, and they're going to make it worse for everybody.
There's always somebody who ruins things for everybody else. I guess my whole point is I'm not saying I'm advocating anything. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to say that for those who were upset, I don't think it's going to be as bad as you think. Right. And then you have the option. If you don't want to have wine with your dinner, then don't. But there could be a couple on their anniversary trip that want to have wine with dinner, or a tired mom that's been dealing with their kids all day, and one wine is not going to send that lady
Helps
out of
her
the
take the edge
restaurant,
off a little bit.
Drunk. I would say no.
No, I would agree with you.
But it just him and I don't agree on some things because we've had people the comments like when I put out the article. I'll tell you the truth. When I put out the article about drinks at the Magic Kingdom, I went in my staff group on Facebook and I said, here it comes, because I said, you guys, we need to watch that thread because as you know, we keep the Main Street Mouse family friendly. You're not allowed to swear and yell at people. You're not allowed to do that. I will delete your comments, or my mods will delete your comments. Yes. Because if it's not family friendly, and if you're going to be nasty to people, there's other sites you can go to, not ours. But anyway, so I said, guys, watch for the nastiness, watch for the upset, watch for it all. And there was a lot of people that were angry, and then there was people making fun of the people who were angry, and it was just went out of control.
It does, and that's usually how it happens. A snowball starts out so small, and then as it goes down the hill, of course, it gets larger and larger and larger.
And I think that people are getting upset before they really need to.
Right, because when you hear there's going to be alcohol at the Magic Kingdom, of course you're going to think, well, people are going to get smashed, people are going to get drunk, people are going to be out of control. And when you find out, it would be difficult to really do that. On Disney, with Disney behind it. And you got to remember, Disney is liable for these people. So just like a bartender is at any bar in America, if you go and you drink too much and the bartender still serves you, then they're liable for that person when they walk away. And I don't think Disney's going to put anybody in that position. That would explain the 2-drink minimum, because 2 drinks, most adults who drink, 2 drinks really isn't going to affect them.
No, I don't think so. I can just say this: if you are going to have alcohol on your Disney trip, it's not sunny lately, but it's usually sunny and hot. Make sure you stay hydrated with water, not just your drinks, because I've seen people get sick.
Oh, yeah.
Or people like
that's what somebody just said. Heat and alcohol do not mix.
Yeah, heat and alcohol do not mix. I've seen people at Epcot like sitting on the side of the walkways that are their head in their hands and sick, and even when it's alcohol isn't involved. A couple weeks ago, our merchandise girl Lindsay was waiting for the Harvey bags at Disney Springs, and people were standing in the sun for 4 hours just to see these bags, and a lady passed out at the counter at the store. And that's just from standing in the sun waiting on purses.
Well, we had that at the parade taping a couple years ago for Christmas parade taping we were at a few years ago.
Oh God, yeah.
And David Foster was on stage playing the music, and he actually went and he told Disney, I'll buy water for all these people because it's too hot out there. People are dropping. And they did. They started passing out water bottles to everybody in the crowd because it was just so hot right there. The sun was just glaring on us.
Yeah, so they passed out, like we were standing in front of the stage where they were doing the taping for the musical guests that were shooting. And, even though it's the Christmas parade, it was like in the 90s that day.
It was so hot.
So they passed, they were passing back water bottles in the crowd. The water is super important. So I don't even know why I went in public service announcement about water. I don't know why I went there. But yeah, so just, common sense goes a long way.
It does. Just think and you'll have a better vacation, actually, if you don't want something like that to happen.
Yes, and it's, just the common sense. And it's just for the record, people act up at Disney even when alcohol isn't involved.
That's true.
One more little story and then we'll get on to your comments, but this is a good story. I wrote about it in my book, so if you read my book, I think you already know. But, when the first year that Elsa lit the castle, we were waiting. It was Tuesday night, I believe, and, the press is up front, and there's people up front, and it was the first time we were going to see the Frozen characters up on the stage instead of Cinderella. And people started pushing when the lights came on, not the whole cast lights, but you could tell that this show was getting ready to start. And a fight broke out. I mean, 2 guys in front of their kids were fist fighting to try to get the better spot to see.
I like Elsa. I like Anna.
No, Elsa's better. No, it was, but it was just people started shoving and pushing, and then it came to blows, and then a fist fight broke out in front of Cinderella Castle. I mean, who does that?
I don't know if you go to our YouTube. No,
no, we don't have it. We don't have it. But there was no alcohol involved. It was just people being stupid and fighting over
a spot. It was
about
being
for a
close
Christmas
for a
show.
spot, and it's just and it happens. I mean, if you were there for opening night of any of the shows, it's like that. I mean, it's just the crowd is so huge, and everybody's squeezed in there so tight. It's very easy to get irritated, and you just really have to try to remind yourself.
Everybody wants to be able to see.
That's right.
And, you know, people get, I see it all the time. Now, again, this is coming from an annual pass holder, a Disney local. I'm not a vacationer anymore, so I look at things a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you see these poor people that stake out their spot for the parade or the fireworks, and they've been there like 2 hours. And, you know, like the dad is just sitting in the spot, and mom is taking kids to the restroom and all this. And then 10 minutes before the show starts, a whole group of people stand in front of you, and you've been there for 2 hours.
I just think it's common courtesy.
Courtesy.
Yeah, if you see, I noticed somebody put a comment in here about a child in a wheelchair. Just be mindful of your surroundings.
Lord.
I mean, I'm 6'3", so if there's children in front of me, it's not going to bother me. Now, when the 6'5" father puts the child on his shoulders
and nobody can see,
right in front of me, then nobody can see. So just kind of just think about your surroundings.
We've all spent a lot of money to be there. I always give, when I watch people argue online, I just watch and read comments. I don't say anything, but you know, people, I spent a lot of money to be at Disney. I deserve this better spot, or I deserve this net. Well, we all spend a lot of money to go to Disney.
Right.
It's all of our happy place. And if you're considerate to other people, whether it's spots for the parade, whether it is alcohol in the parks, whether it is letting somebody go in front of you that you know, somebody that's disabled. Exactly. I mean, I've seen people cut off like wheelchairs and stuff. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And don't do that. Don't be that guy.
You know, just remember, Disney is for families. Walt wanted to bring families together, but together we're all better if we all just get along. I mean, I know it's a cliche thing to say, can't we all just get along? But honestly, just think of it. Everybody's there on vacation, and wouldn't you want somebody to be that way towards you? Wouldn't you want somebody to be mindful of your spot or whatever? And just try to do the same thing. And I believe in karma, and I believe if you treat others well, you'll get treated well. It may not happen right away. You may still have bad instances, but I'm very big on that. And we always try to watch it. A lot of times somebody will tap on our shoulder. Do you mind if our daughter goes in front? Well, she's
absolutely
3 foot
not.
tall. Go ahead.
Put your kid in front.
Yeah, put them in front. Let them see it. Because I am a local, I know I can come back and see the show. And there's times when I stake out my spot because if a new show is debuting.
We're doing it for reporting purposes.
I'm doing it for reporting.
Or because I want my own kids to be able to see. Because, you know, I have kids in the house. I want my kids to be able to see as well. But not at the expense of somebody else. I mean, and in there, okay, one more thing. And then I promise we're going to get to your questions. But another thing that I see people do, and it's not smart, is we were watching, I think it was Happily Ever After at Magic Kingdom. Now, mind you, Happily Ever After is a year old this week because it came up in my Facebook memories. And it's still a great show. It's still a great show, and it still is jam-packed every night. And we were there a couple months ago with some friends, and this lady had a scooter, and there was a group of people. When the show started, this lady balanced, her daughter or somebody had to have been about 6 or 7, trying to balance her on the handlebars of the scooter. And the little girl is like doing this, and somebody said something to them, she's going to get hurt, you know? And then people couldn't see behind them. It turned into a big old argument right there again in front of the castle. So many things can be avoided if you just think. And I never recommend anybody making a pyramid of people or a stroller or whatever to see the show. You know, and it's you'll be able to see. Just don't do that.
Exactly. You gotta remember the show is 200 feet above you. I mean, it's not.
You know.
I mean, if it's a stage show, yes, it's only a few feet, but the fireworks, things like that, you're going to be able to see it. And you may not see all the projections on the castle. Honestly, it's very hard to see the entire show no matter what, because there's always people in front. There's trees, there's lights. I have video where we're recording the fireworks and all you see is the glaring light because of the spot we had. So just be mindful of your surroundings. Nice. Just remember, everybody's there to enjoy their vacation. Nobody wants to go there, well, there probably is, but most people don't want to go there and fight and argue. And hopefully most people can just remember, I'm not any more entitled than anybody else here.
That's not how it works, though.
That's not how it works, but that's
I've seen people say, too bad, it's my vacation, and I really don't
Walt
care.
Walt would not have been happy with that.
Can we use the phrase, Walt would be rolling over
I
his
hate
grave.
that phrase more than anything.
Because we don't know what Walt would do. And that's, you know, I know that tonight's show is a bit more controversial than usual, but I think it's important that we talk about these things because, I mean, it's good to have a dialogue about things that everybody has a different opinion.
And we don't always agree on the way a lot of stuff goes either. And I always take the way of what Walt would have wanted it to be. And I know that's not possible a lot of times. I remember when Starbucks hit Main Street.
Oh,
Walt
man,
would
did
have
I
never
get
had
yelled
that.
at.
Well, Walt had Kodak as a sponsor on Main Street, and Walt had other things as sponsors, so we don't know what he would have done with Starbucks. We don't know what he would have done with anything, and it's really hard for us to say what he would have done. I would have loved to have seen what he would have done, because then I would have got to have seen Walt in the Magic Kingdom. So for me, that would be more important. So everybody has their opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And nobody's really wrong for how they feel. It's just how they feel.
And you know what? And another thing, you have to understand too, don't shoot the messenger. Sometimes I put out stories that I know that are going to be a hot button issue. And I'm just giving you information. I try not to state my opinion on much. Right. It's just for information. Exactly. And it's hard, like when I get nasty messages or people yell at me and ask me how I could allow that to happen, I have no say-so in what goes on at Disney. If I did, that'd be great, but I don't. And
then taking a step from that also, don't take it out on the cast members.
No,
they're doing their job.
Fault.
No, it's not somebody above them is making the decisions, and they just have to follow them. And just think about it at your job. Your boss told you what to do, and if you don't do it that way, you're going to get in trouble. So the cast members, they're just doing their job.
And they work so hard. And sometimes
so
cast members have such a thankless job because it doesn't matter what the situation is. They have to, make sure the guest is having a good experience, and they're nice all the time. And, they don't always get thanked for their job. And that's why, we always try to thank cast members or write good things about cast members, because, you know what? If it wasn't for Disney's cast members, it would not be a magical place to be.
It would not.
It wouldn't.
They are actually the magic makers.
They are.
The rides are great. The landscaping is great. The decor is wonderful. But if you did not have that cast, that group of, 70,000 of them at Walt Disney World, that unitely come together every day, they forget about their personal lives, and they just want to make your vacation special, it would be nothing. It would be every other park in America. It'd be nothing special. And that's who makes Disney special, is the cast members.
So don't shoot the messenger.
No.
Be nice to the cast members.
And tell them thank you.
Yeah, tell them thank you. I always, and it's so funny, when I thank a cast member, if I don't think they heard me, I'll re-thank them. I'll be like, oh, thank you.
And imagine having the same person, imagine 100 people come up to you all day. What time is the 3 o'clock parade? By the second one, I'd be irritated. And these people have to do it with a smile every day, and they find their ways to say it, and not to get, they may get irritated behind the scenes, but
they're not going to show
it to you.
No.
And just, we know a lot of cast members, and we hear stories, and
we just try really hard to extend that extra kindness. I'm a firm believer that a little kindness goes a long way. And I think that can be, to wrap up this subject, whether it's alcohol in the parks, whether it is people blocking your view of fireworks, whether it is, even the cast member, okay, let's go back to him. Even the cast member that was dealing with the man sneaking a whole bottle of tequila in his stroller, he still was super nice to that guy. He still was super, he almost laughed, like really, you're gonna try to bring that in?
I know, it's kind of like, oh, that's not right. Yeah, at least put it in another bottle.
No, you know what? They're just doing their job, you guys. And as far as,
oh yeah, that's true.
As far as the alcohol, you'd be surprised there's already alcohol in the Magic Kingdom.
There is. And another thing about cast members, Teresa just mentioned, go to guest services and fill out the appreciagrams.
The plazagram.
Plazagram, sorry.
Appreciagram.
Same thing. It's all the same.
It's not.
Tired. Anyway, just do that. That's a way to recognize a cast member that maybe did something special for you, or even if they just helped you out or just told you where to go and they were pleasant, they put a smile on your kid's face or your face.
Yeah, the little bit of extra. We took
so much.
I took my parents there, and the cast members treated my parents like they were kids on their first trip.
It was.
Yeah, everybody gets treated the same. And I really think we need to give it to the cast members and give them some credit, because I don't think, if I'm wrong, if a couple months go by, I will sit here and tell you I was wrong. But I really don't think that there's going to be a problem at Magic Kingdom with alcohol. I really, really don't. It's not going to turn into Epcot. So please, just let's give it, before we get too upset, let's give it a chance.
Yeah, exactly. And then we'll reevaluate it then. And I think if it does become a problem, Disney will probably reevaluate the whole thing too.
I do too. I don't think they're going to let their parks go in the toilet because of something like that. I really don't.
And if people take advantage and they make it worse, Disney's going to get rid of it.
Yeah. So I really hope that, I know this went on way long. Oh my gosh. So last week was a shorter show. This week is a longer one. So be sure that you share these videos on your wall so that your friends who haven't seen our craziness yet have the opportunity to see
Even
our
if they just
crazy.
want to laugh at us for an hour, we'll take because it's a view.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Because we're really trying to do something good here with
Right.
these shows to give back to our readers that have been following us for the past 8 years. And I think that sometimes being able to talk to you guys about things instead of write it all the time, it's a good thing. So any shares that you guys can give us is great.
Yeah, anything you can do.
Sign up for our YouTube channel, because if you miss the show and you don't watch it back on Facebook, we always reload it to YouTube.
Yeah, I'll have it loaded probably within an hour of the end of the show, so it'll be there. So if you just want to go there and share it from there to your friends.
Yeah, anything that you guys
helps
do,
out
word of mouth is
tremendously.
perfect, because that's how we built the Main Street Mouse.
Exactly.
All word of mouth,
That's
and
how
we
we
love
keep
you
going.
for it. Okay, so this was kind of fun. Maybe if you guys like the hot topic thing or
We'll
like
do
the
it every
debate
week.
thing,
We'll
we'll
do it
find
every
something
week.
fun to talk about, like every.
Next week it's Anna versus Elsa. Who do you like better? Rapunzel.
No, Rapunzel. Okay,
Okay,
so
anyway.
let's take your
Are we
questions
gonna do
really
questions
quick.
next?
Yeah,
Or
let's
we'll
do
go on?
that.
Okay.
Okay, my goodness.
Bring 'em
And
up.
if you're still hanging in with us after all of this,
Thank
I
you.
love you. Thank you
You're the
so
best.
much. All right, so let's talk. Let's chat about
I haven't even
questions.
know. I don't even think I read the questions ahead of time.
Okay, well, you're going to find out in a minute.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's start with this one. Okay, so Hope wants to know. I'll be going in September for a girls' trip, and I wanted to do some snacks I haven't tried. See, more food, more snacks. Have you ever eaten at the Cheshire Tail? It's Magic Kingdom. And you want to know if it's like, and if it's chocolate filled. Okay, so those who don't know, I wrote it down so I don't screw up. Unless I can't find where I wrote it, then that is a screw up.
Oh, there you go. Is that it?
Ah, okay,
There you go.
I did. Okay, so the Cheshire Tail is outside of like kind of by Mad Tea Party at the Cheshire Cafe.
At the backside of Cosmo Braze.
And what that is, it's a flaky pastry with frosting and chocolate chips and cream filling inside. And it kind of it's like a long like braided thing.
It's like a cat's
like a
tail.
tail. And it's a whole lot of goodness, and it's a good thing for you to try. I actually went and I read reviews about this treat because I try not to eat too much junk food in the park. I know, shame. So I actually had to go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. See.
Sorry.
Okay. So yes, it actually got really good reviews and people love this little treat, and it's just under $5 for the Cheshire Tail. A couple of other honorable mentions, in my opinion, are the carrot cake cookie.
My favorite.
That used to be at the Writer's Stop, which is no longer at Hollywood Studios, but you can go to the Starbucks at the studios, which is on the right side of the street when you walk in the main spot there. And the carrot cake cookie has actually gotten bigger.
I was going to say, they've changed the way they did it. It used to be a flat...
It used to be like 2 pieces of cake, like cut out with like cream cheese frosting, like smashed in the middle, and it's really good. But when we were there, was it 2 weeks ago? We went over there to get pictures. The carrot cake cookie has actually gotten thicker. It's like the top is bigger now. It looked really good, but we're trying to behave.
If we weren't behaving, I would have probably taken 2
So
home.
good. Maybe you know what? Maybe we need it for research purposes.
Darn, there goes the diet.
We should go try one.
We're gonna go
I'm
tomorrow
thinking
morning.
so. For research. Okay, and then my other honorable mention besides the carrot cake cookie is the citrus swirl. Now I'm that person that don't be mad, don't be hating, but I do like the citrus swirl better than a Dole Whip.
She did say that.
I said it. The citrus.
They're still watching. But
The
they're
citrus-
dropping off quick.
They're like, we're jumping ship now.
They're done. You lost them.
The citrus swirl is so refreshing on a hot day because the orange side of it is like
It's like an orange juice.
It's kind of remember when you were a kid, like at the ice cream truck, like the old creamsicle bars.
Push pops.
I didn't
No,
like
that
those.
was more creamsicle. But...
No, creamsicles. Like
Yeah.
no, push pops and creamsicles aren't the same thing.
No, they're a little different. I like them all.
But I know what I'm talking about. Those creamsicles. It was
One that had the cream in the middle, but the orange
popsicle on the outside.
around the outside.
Yes.
It's more
So Citrus Swirl, give it a go in Adventureland because once I had a Citrus Swirl, I haven't had a Dole Whip since.
No, she hasn't. We've left the line to go when they switched buildings.
No. People are like, okay, we can't. But everybody, just like with everything else we've talked about today, everybody has their own preference. But Dole Whips are great too.
My favorite is the pineapple spear dipped in chocolate that you get back at the circus tent.
Oh yes.
That is such a good, refreshing treat if you like pineapple.
Yes, he gets really, it's like a skewer of pineapple dipped in chocolate, so it's only half bad for you because it's fruit.
They cancel each other out.
And those chocolate covered strawberries are good too.
Strawberries are good too. Yeah.
And so that's not that bad.
It's
either.
actually Disney chocolate, so it's low calorie.
It's Disney. Disney chocolate doesn't count as bad for you.
Because that's where you used to get the sugar cookies you like.
Oh my gosh, yes, the sugar cookies. They're like the shortbread sugar cookies with the frosting on the top.
This show's gonna be 5 hours long.
Oh my gosh. So you get us talking about food. Okay, so
popcorn is my other favorite. Just
he does. But I really hope that I hope that you liked my food suggestions. And if you have any more questions, I usually after the show I go back and I read. So I try to answer some things that maybe weren't addressed.
And I think some people are probably giving their in the comments there that'll
yes.
on Facebook, correct?
Yes. So
okay.
So next, all right. I'm sorry, I'm trying to wrap this up. I know you guys probably have other things.
We have a few things we want to talk to.
Okay, so once again, Cheryl asked about a soft opening for pass holders of Toy Story Land. Still no idea on that.
Maybe
I will ask when I go on Wednesday. So maybe I will have an update for you next week. I hope.
Which will be Memorial Day, right?
Oh shoot, are we going to do it on
Memorial
Day? Do you guys want us to
do
do a show on Memorial Day?
It might not be as long, but we'll do one.
Maybe we could do a short one. Let us know what you think. If you want us to, maybe schedule it to Tuesday if you guys have family barbecues. I hate to skip. We'll probably be here, unless you guys really don't want us to be. Okay, Michelle Perkins wants to know what's up with Talking Mickey. Mickey is still in front of Magic Kingdom, but he does not talk any longer. And I confirmed that with a friend of mine who works at the Magic Kingdom. So, okay, next question. See, we're rolling now.
We're going now. That's 2 in a row.
Rebecca Ashworth wants to know, any pointers on Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party? We're going in November for the first time. I love the Christmas party. No, I love the Halloween party too, yes. So maybe I just love everything Disney. But the Christmas party, as far as pointers go, I would say you definitely want to get a good spot for the parade. Now, the parade runs twice a night, so if you stay for, just like with Halloween, if you stay for the second parade, you're going to see things a whole lot better.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So if you feel like you got kind of, you didn't get to see good enough at the early parade that's usually around 8, mm-hmm. By 11, they run the parade again. We took my parents there for the first time to see the parade, and they were pretty impressed with the toy soldiers and the clapping on the floor. I love that.
That and then the reindeer.
And then the reindeer are great too. And
make sure you go. It was at Cosmic Rays last year. They had the reindeer party in there.
They had the reindeer
dance party with the reindeer, which was really cool. And we just stood on the sidelines, and they were coming over to us and getting in front of our cameras. And if you go back, you probably see some footage on YouTube about that.
Well, no, actually, you know what? I'm gonna load that to YouTube because I had put in Facebook jail because anybody who knows me knows I love to go dancing. I love dance music. I love the whole thing. And I was putting reindeer video up, and I got booted from Facebook videos for 3 days because I said copyright crap or whatever. But I do have it.
You play Pitbull music.
I know. It wasn't Pitbull. I don't remember who it was. I don't remember what it was. Wait, no, I do remember the song. It wasn't Pitbull, but I do like Pitbull. No, it wasn't Mr. Worldwide. No. But I will put that up on there. But anyway, here we go again. There's dance parties, and the reindeer dance party is a whole lot of fun.
It is.
I'm going to put that video up for you guys. I'm going to find it.
And then make sure you hit all the snack booths, because now they're all different.
They used to be snickerdoodles at every booth. It was snickerdoodles and
apple cider
hot cocoa. Now you get they had what did they have?
Pretzel,
Adrian? They had
the slushies.
They had slushies.
Nestle's Quick. There was the variety of cookies at Pinocchio's. Seafood again. Here we go.
They had chocolate cookies. Gingerbread cookies.
Gingerbread cookies, molasses.
Because you like those, the molasses cookies.
So there's 7 or 8, I want to say, treat areas. hit them all because they're all different, and you can go to them as many times as you want. It's similar to how at Halloween you go candy trick or treating. But
it's like cookie trick or treating.
It's cookie trick or treating. Yeah. So it's a little snack and a beverage at each one of them. So check them out. Spend your time enjoying it. My best advice for any of the parties is if you're gonna go to the park during the day or another day, don't waste your time during the party going on the rides.
Yes, he always tells people that.
Yeah, go to the party and enjoy the parade. Go to the party and enjoy the stage show, the fireworks. Do all those things. Now, if there is time, if you're done with everything and you want to go ride the Haunted Mansion, go for it. Later in the night, there's going to be a line. There's not really lines anyway because it is the parties.
And across from just something new, like last year, they had snowman pretzels in Tortuga Tavern with, was it blue raspberry slushies?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
So yeah, it's not just cookies. You want to make sure that you hit as many of the food booths as you can. And when you get to the party, they have special maps and it tells you what food is where.
The
characters, because you're going to see Sandy Claus and Sally.
No,
Sally?
No, just Sandy.
Is it Sandy
Claus?
Claus?
Was he with? Wait a minute, was Sally with him at Christmas? I think
Was
she may
she?
have been. She
Or was
wasn't
it
here
just him?
before. I can't remember exactly, but she's in the.
It was Sandy Claus.
It was just Sandy Claus behind the Yale Christmas shop. He was
Right. At Halloween time, you get Jack and Sally both.
But then you get the Seven Dwarfs back in the circus tent area usually.
Yes.
Which is where they are. So you're going to get characters that you don't normally get a chance to see. So make sure you go around and see the characters, get the snacks, see the shows, because that's why you're going to see the party. The rides are going to be there tomorrow. There's no special rides for the party.
And then the stage show was nice at Christmas. The Holiday Wishes fireworks is really nice. If you're like me and sit there and cry at the fireworks, I mean it's so nice.
That is nice. And the hub's not crowded. So, and I just saw somebody say take a Ziploc bag. I did that one year. I took a Ziploc bag and I took Tupperware in my backpack. When it was cookies, we had cookies for like 3 weeks afterwards. It was great.
He's like, there's no way we could possibly eat all these cookies. And so he had a little bucket in his bag. Because you walk by and the cast members are giving you like 2 to 3 cookies. And they keep giving it to the kids. And the kids are like, I'm getting sugared out. I can't have any more.
Yeah,
but yes, so Christmas party. I hope this answers your question, Rebecca. See as much as you can. Eat as much as you can because you're paying for the extra snacks, the pretzels, the cookies, the hot chocolate, the slushes at Tortuga.
And it's a lot of the same advice we'd offer you at Halloween, honestly.
Yes.
So for either party, I would say. Okay.
Yeah. So there's that. Let me see if I have anything else, or is that it? Okay. Our last question is from Leslie Burt. She says, "We are seasoned WDW visitors. First time going in December. What are your thoughts about the candlelight processional dining package? Do you think it's a must to get a seat? As non-pass holders, I have been told folks line up for hours to get a seat."
Yes.
That is true, Leslie. That is true. We have never been able to get a seat at Candlelight Processional.
And we could go early, but we don't really want to go wait in line for hours for the processional.
So if you're looking for a way to guarantee yourself a seat and you want to have something nice to eat for dinner anyway, I mean, I think it's definitely worth it.
And the crowd behind the seating area gets really thick.
It does.
So even there, you would have to be there early, even if you want to stand and watch it from far back, and you really can't see the stage perfectly.
No, I mean, like, it seems like every time we go, Whoopi Goldberg is the one who's doing it.
You would think Whoopi's there.
And we don't even do that on purpose.
No.
But, you can hear the music, you can see, the stage, but to actually be able to sit and enjoy it, we have never been able to do that. So I really think the dining package is a good idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I definitely. If you have the means, definitely I would do the dining package.
I recommend.
And that way you're guaranteed a seat. And it does also matter who is doing the processional. Who's the narrator.
Yeah.
I think does influence the crowd. So.
Yeah, I would say.
Too.
But yes, I would say yes.
Definitely.
All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. But before we go.
Got a few little things we want to...
Just a couple little things, and then we'll let you guys go because it's like 8 o'clock, and I'm sure you have TV shows you want to watch.
I'm going to go first because I was going to mention something.
Okay, go ahead. You go first. Sorry.
Last Wednesday, we had a meeting, Michelle and I, with a local radio station DJ and morning show producer in the local station, and they're actually interested in working with Main Street Mouse and Michelle, more importantly, to get out entertainment news about Disney. So we're hoping everything looks like it's a go. Hopefully we'll have more news on this week. I don't want to say the show or the station or anything like that until we know 100% for sure. But it's something you can be watching for that should be coming up pretty soon, and probably be a weekly thing. So as we have more information about that, we'll be able to share that with all of you.
And being that it's an Orlando radio station, I will definitely, if people want to know where they can listen to me on the radio at, I will share links so that you can listen to it. And plus, these days, you can listen to radio stations anywhere.
They have a great app for their station, and then you can just install the app on your phone and then just hit tap to play, and you can hear it. And what she would just be doing is just events going on at Disney, what's coming up, and also surrounding other things in the area that could be happening. But it was a wonderful meeting. It was so great to meet them. It was fun to sit and talk and chat, and then they offered us the amazing opportunity. And so we're just waiting to see how we move forward from here. So I'm
a little nervous about it, and if you know me, then you know I don't count my chickens before they hatch. But he said that he does want me as part of their show. I'm just waiting to find out details, but as soon as I hear more about it, I promise I will let you know. And thank you guys so much for supporting everything that we do, whether it's my book, whether it's meetups, whether it's stuff that we write. You guys are the best, and we would not be able to do any of this without you, so thank you. Exactly. And another way to thank you, and if you want to meet us besides the meetups, MegaCon is this weekend. You guys are going to be so tired of hearing the words MegaCon Orlando, but I hope that you guys come and see us. So Orange County Convention Center this weekend, May 24th to the 27th. We are booth number 690. So
if you get the program in there, you'll see the booth layout, and just look for. We're kind of in almost the middle of the entire program map.
It's kind of by the artists and
it is.
Like back when you're walking to like the celebrity area, like back there.
And we're not on an end. We're actually one booth in. So if you're looking for us on the corner, you won't see us. We're one booth in off the corner. So just try to find out from the where 690 is, and then come by, say hi to us, get a button, bracelets we'll have out there.
We have our buttons. We have bracelets, and we bought a big bags of candy, like trick-or-treat kind of candy.
Food again. Here we go. More food.
So we're going to be giving out free candy.
Free candy.
So go get a button, get candy, get a bracelet.
You want some candy?
You know you want some candy?
So,
it's going to be fun. They open at 4 p.m. on Thursday and 10 a.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Right.
Is that right?
Yep, that's right. And then they're open till 9 on Thursday, 7 Friday and Saturday, and 5 on Friday night. Which is good for us because Friday night, stay tuned to your social media because we'll be at Galactic Nights.
Sunday night,
sorry. Tired. But we'll be at Galactic Nights Sunday after MegaCon. We're going to be packing up our booth, heading home, and heading over there for that.
Yes, so because Disney invited us to come and cover Galactic Nights, and I really try not to say no to Disney when they ask. So even though we're going to be super, super tired from working MegaCon for 4 days, we're going to pack up MegaCon and go pack up all our stuff and go right to Galactic Nights. Thank God the kids don't have school the next day. But yeah, please, this weekend I'm going to put, as long as I have a signal in the convention center, I'm going to put as much as I can information out from the convention and all the happenings that are there. And then Sunday night, I will be broadcasting live from Galactic Nights at the Hollywood Studios. And you can follow on our Facebook, Instagram, wherever I can put information, I will do that.
Yeah, we'll make sure to get the word out. Please tune in, though. It is fun there. Mark Daniel, our friend who's hosting it, and then DJ Elliott will be there. So it should be a fun night. So just stay tuned for pictures, video, like she said. We'll probably put everything out there so you can see what happens at Galactic Nights. And all the
so this weekend is going to be really busy. This week in general is going to be really busy between the Toy Story event I have to go to Wednesday, 4 days of MegaCon, Galactic Nights. We have so much good information coming for you guys this week, so make sure to tune in.
Our house is a mess with boxes and everything from MegaCon, but it's all good.
It's going to be really great.
Exactly.
So follow along, please. Instagram, Facebook, any shares that you can give us. YouTube, definitely.
On Facebook and Instagram, we're under The Main Street Mouse. On Twitter, it's just Main Street Mouse. On YouTube, The Main ST Mouse. You can also follow Michelle on Instagram under Cindershella4, or I'm TMSM_Avenger, which is what the back of my jersey now says. If you hadn't seen, Michelle shared the picture. We had a baseball jersey made. that says Main Street Mouse.
We're working on more swag for you guys.
We're working on to get these for everybody. I wanted to order one so I can see what they look like before we'd order them in a larger quantity. So I'm happy with it. Michelle's really happy with the quality of it.
Yeah, it's nice. I want a purple one.
So we're gonna work on getting these and see if you guys want to order them. And if you do, we'll do like a pre-order so you can submit the name, the number you want.
Yeah, because it'll be personalized. We'll need to know ahead of time what number you want on the back and what name you want on the back. But join our Facebook group, TMSM Fan Nation, because that's where we've been talking about the jerseys. So we're going to try to do that as well. We have so much going on right now, though. So we're and everything is great. More and more fun stuff to bring you guys. So stay tuned.
Yep, don't go anywhere. But we're going to go somewhere now.
Yes.
I think we're going to log off here. We're going to get our house somewhat back in order.
Yeah, because we have lots to do this week. So thank you for allowing us to talk about some subjects that aren't so easy to talk about without getting everybody all heated about things. I think it's good that dialogue is good. And if you guys like these type of shows to where we could just kind of break it all down, we will do that in the future. Please, your feedback means so much.
Yeah, put it in the comments. Send us messages. Michelle and I always respond to our own messages. So if you have anything to say, shoot them over to us. If one of our staff gets them, they'll pass them along to us, or they'll answer best they can for you. So
and we have an awesome staff.
We do. Everybody's so wonderful, and we have a lot. And our staff is really working to expand our reach into other cities and areas. So
covering conventions in different areas too.
So be on the lookout. Stuff like that is coming down, and I think it's gonna be great.
Yes.
For overall TMS.
So if you made it this far, thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much.
We appreciate it. And we will bring you the news as it breaks this week. And if we don't see you before, we will see you next Monday.
Bye guys.
Bye. Thank you
so much.